What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Bald Man Reacts. This one is special to me. In late January, I was contacted by Luis Almeida of the band Earthquake 55, and he wanted me to check out the track Earthquake. And I did. And unfortunately, while I liked the track and I enjoyed the track, the mix issues in the track were just too much to overlook. And the frequencies were really high and they were painful. And there was a warble that was really hurting my ears. And I contacted him and told him that I wasn't going to be able to put the track up on the channel. And we talked about it. And instead of being upset, he wanted to fix the problem. So he entered a months-long process to get the EP remixed, and now I have it. And now we're going to listen to it, and we're going to talk about it at the end of the video. The band is Earthquake 55. The track is Earthquake. And here we go. Now, the name Earthquake 55 is a reference to the 1755 earthquake on All Saints' Day in Lisbon, Portugal, and the subsequent tsunami that followed it, and the destruction that it caused. It's a tribute to that. The song is about that earthquake and tsunami. And I actually, through listening to it, have learned more about the history of Portugal. I can imagine, especially having it happen on All Saints' Day back then, just all of the religious connotation that could have been drawn to having an earthquake on a religious holiday. The guitars in this new mix, they sound big, they sound punchy, they're forward. You get that nice wall of riffing. In the original, when it kicked in here, you had these really aggressive spiking frequencies. They were breaking and rattling, and there was this terrible warble. Almost gets a James Hetfield-like vocal there. The chorus has so much impact now, and I can certainly see that chant working like a gang vocal when Ask and Answer, and it would probably work really well live. The whole mix sounds so much more organic and natural now. It doesn't sound processed. Really like how the cymbals sound. Really enjoy the riffing now, especially now that I can make it out so much more. It's a little more articulated. I like the subtle and straightforward lead here.
Never lies, but we even cry.
All right, that was Earthquake 55 and the track Earthquake. That was the new mix, and man, it's a night and day difference. I've got a playlist down below in the links description that has both tracks, the original first and this new mix. I hope you take the time to listen to it and understand what I'm talking about, because there's lessons to be learned, just how a mix can affect a track. Now, nothing against the guy who did the original mix. He certainly did his best and he tried to do a good job. But there were just really major problems. It made the track very hard to listen to, and it really hurt my ears. And as someone who has hearing loss, my ears are less sensitive than other people's might be. So when I spoke to Luis about it, I explained the issues I was having. I'd also had reached out to several people that I know and I trust that are involved in the music industry, either as recording engineers or members of other bands that have been doing it for a long time, or a couple of critics as well, and I wanted to see if the issues that I was hearing were actually there. It was just something I was perceiving, and they were. And we all heard similar things that were happening, and were certainly detracting from the track. It's a delicate situation to approach a band and give feedback that's on the issues that you're having with what they're doing. Whether they be technical issues or issues you find with the songwriting. Some people are going to be receptive to that, others are not. Luis is an incredibly nice, wonderful person, and instead of being mad or angry or disrespected, he busted his butt to go through a process and get a better product. And now the EP sounds so much better. And I think that's an important lesson for any band and any artist or anyone that's doing something like this. Don't just settle for okay or for passable. This is your art. This is what you're doing. Put your best foot forward. Put out the best product you can. Get feedback on it. If you have questions or concerns about it and you don't think it sounds the way it should, get other opinions on it. If it's music related like this, find people that don't necessarily listen to a lot of metal or listen to a lot of music, that aren't educated about it, and ask their opinions, because they're going to give you something different, and they might not know all the finer points or have a grasp of it like myself or anybody that really is involved in the industry. So get some different feedback and keep working on it until you're happy with it, because that's your product, that's your brand, that's what you do. Make sure it's the best that you're putting forward. And it's hard to say, it's hard to do, but if somebody's trying to give you constructive feedback, don't think it's because they dislike you. It's not. It's because, when I give feedback, it's because I want to highlight the issues that I'm hearing and help somebody be better. I've had videos here on the channel that I'm just not happy with the volume, the microphone volume, or the background noise from my computer or something. It's what we do. It's our brand. So as a band, reach out and make sure that you're putting the best thing you can forward. I think this track and both mixes are a testament and a growing experience and a learning experience for bands that want to succeed in music. And I thank Luis for the opportunity to have an opinion on the different mixes. I'm utterly blown away that he trusted me. And I'm just really happy that he cared that much about his art and his product that he wanted to make it better and he went for it. You know, that's an incredible thing. And I hope you guys listen to the original so you truly can hear just what he's overcome. Thank you so much, my friend. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to do the original. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. I appreciate the opportunities to do my best to assist you in what you're doing and in your art, my friend. And I've learned so much about the history of that earthquake because of this track. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy with the product you have now. Thank all of you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to this one. It's a little longer than usual, but I think the story needed to be told. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every day. I love and I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Bald Man. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.